Welcome back everyone. Today we're in the Giants editor and I'm Jewel, and as you can see we're on the Jules Peaceful Valley map, and I'm going to have a look at some road work and maybe putting some houses in back here. So let's get started. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I appreciate all the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. We're going to go ahead and jump right in. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. It helps the channel grow and I appreciate it. Please hit the like button, share the video, and check out the playlist, because if you want to learn a little bit about map making, you can watch my tutorials and hopefully learn what you want to learn. And I also play simulator games. I have a playlist of those, different ones, so check that out. So let's get started. So we're going to come on down, and I'm going to try to level this out a little bit here and fix this road. And nothing's permanent, but we're going to just test it out and see how I like the feel of it. We're going to turn on the terrain sculpt mode. We're going to have it on replace, which it is. And if you don't know, this is the left mouse button, that it stands for LMB, left mouse button, MMB, middle mouse button, RMB, right mouse button. You can put what you want on each one, and I like to keep the right one on smooth, and then I usually change this one from add, subtract, or replace. So I've got it on replace. I'm going to hover over the spot here. This is what level I want this ground over here to be. So I'm going to hover over this side to get that mark and that number. So I'm going to hit Control R as in Richard. And it's going to put these numbers right here in the replace box under terrain editing and under sculpting. And basically since it's on replace, when I click the left mouse button and go this way, it's going to put it all this at this level over here. So let's do that. And it looks like it already was, which is very interesting. Okay. See it lifting it up, which we gotta do. We don't have a choice. I gotta lift that up too a little bit, just because we're gonna have to have some of it up. So, just for the road's sake. And we should be pretty good. And I'm gonna smooth this out because I don't want it to be all weird like right there. Alright. So let's get over here. Okay, so see how high that pops that up. So we still gonna have to make a slope coming down because we're gonna put a houses in here probably. Let's go ahead and move these storage buildings that I had just stuck here temporary. Let's just drag them on out the way a little bit. Get them out of the way. Alright. So first, let's tend to the road a minute. Let's see what we got here. Let's click back on sculpt mode and see what we got. Okay, so we picked it up, but we don't want to just keep going at this flat level here. We're going to smooth that with the right mouse button. We're going to smooth this out, and it's a little close to the road there. We might have to readjust that. Alright, smooth this down here. Now let's come to the end so we can get a better look at this. It's hard to see what we got going on if I don't change to the view of this side. Okay, so we're going to smooth this here and see what we can't do about this. We'll slope this. Okay, so that's quite the hill here. Let me smooth it. I'm just smoothing right here with the smooth button. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Not bad. This is pretty steep though. Alright, we gotta smooth that out right here. We might have to do some adjusting. Let me roll this up. These are up so it's good when it's up higher when you're trying to do some of it on smoothing work anyway. Alright. Let's see, we're having problems here. Alrighty, let me see. How do I want to angle this? And I'm thinking what type of road we're going to want too. We're going to have to adjust that for sure. So I'm going to have to put it on this and knock it down or bring it up a little. Alright. And then slope it straight on this side. So we're going to bring it up higher over here then. Because it's not wanting to do right on this slope. There we go. Alright, let's try that. Alright, I feel better about the slope. Let me fix this big mess over here. I'm gonna bring it back just a little bit. Just a little. Now we're gonna knock it down. Right about there. Get a nice slope down. Alright. Just a little bit more up there, not too much. Just want it to be just right. Of course, I'll have to test in game to tell how it really feels. Alright, that's gonna be needing some adjusting here. Alright, so we're gonna put it on subtract. And this. We're gonna have to lower all these down. Let's move this up a little. So basically, if you put that down lower, it doesn't go as fast. So you can kind of deal with your stuff. Something like this. Smooth it. This side needs to come on down a little bit. Smooth it. Trying to make sure that the road is not a crazy wild road to try to get down. Alright, let me back up and see. Okay, so we do have a little bump here. So let's see if we can adjust it. A little angle ain't gonna hurt much, but you gotta get it just where the truck can go down properly. Alright, I think that's decent. Now we need to adjust this side a little more. And I may have to bring this down a bit. It's pretty high. Alright, let's see if we got this alright. Turn that off. Now we may be going up this hill. It may be too steep before it's all said and done. So I may have to do quite a bit in there testing it. So, but what you can do is go up to the top here temporarily, and you can put this eyeball, click it, first person mode, and you'll get a little bit of a feel for it. So it's not terrible. Alright, we need this one to be adjusted, but I don't know if it's too steep or not. I think it's okay. Feels okay, but I'm gonna have to test it. And then they come around. This is gonna need to drop. But anyway, then you hit escape, and then we back up a little. Alright, what we're gonna do now is put it on replace, and we're gonna get it at this level. Probably this side. Control R about right there, and we're gonna lift this side up. See, it didn't move it up much. That's good. I want that side up a little bit over there, so don't worry. So I'm happy about that. This side can come down just a bit. Just a little bit. And we're just going to tap some of that. Just trying to get it under control. Smoothing now. Not really messing with it much. Just the paint throws it off because you can't really tell by when the paint's on there. For some reason this is saying I replaced it, but I guess it's because it's so low. Let's bring it back up. That's why it's not really replacing like I thought it should. There we go. Okay, that's what we needed. Okay, and smooth all that out. And this out on this side. Let's smooth. Let's replace a little here just to get it a little more straight. A little more off to the side. Knock that down. Alright. I'm smoothing now, so in case you can't tell. Alright, not bad. So once we get to the bottom of the hill, it's kind of straight. We'll have to adjust over here in a minute, but we'll have room. We're going to have housing and stuff. So we could bring this back a little further to that level, just because we are going to put a house, and you know it don't hurt to have. Oop, let's undo that. I don't want to take away that. Well, I won't go that far. Come about right here and have a house. Okay. Let's smooth the back side just a little bit. Alrighty. Let's see what we got. Alright, let's check this side again. I want to make sure that looks okay. The paint's all going to be dealt with. The road will be painted all the way that it needs to be. We'll adjust anything we need to. Some of it's not exact, but we're just getting going, so it's not. I haven't tested in game or anything yet, so all that'll come with time. And this, we could add a little bit more just to meet this other side over here, because we're going to put the house, so we don't want to. There we go. And we'll just smooth it nicely. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and pick a house. Just a temporary little deal testing. We're going to have several houses. I got to decide how I want my road system to, if I'm going to change it back, like it turns the street here, how we going to do it. But for now, we are going to try to put one on this corner. Let me see if we got room. The hard part's going to be it's not up high enough. So let me take and bring this side up to this level. And it don't have to be like that, you know, like at that same level. But I don't want to fight. Whoop, I didn't want to go that far. Okay. I'd rather kind of keep it on some of it a little easier when you do that. Because if you don't, you start running into problems on the housing. You can make it go, but let me see. Oh yeah, I gotta make that sloped. Let's move this back down. There we go. Alright, so I think we'll have room there. Let me bring a house over here and see what we can get. Because this is going to be kind of a cram-packed with houses. You know how houses are. At least in some places it's next door to each other, like right next door. Alright, let's go find some housing. That looks like house F, and get over here. When I say F, that just means I press the F button on the keyboard and it brings me to this house. Because I had clicked on it and I want to make sure I get everything. You notice everything lit up on it when I clicked it again at the main group, because see, if you get the main group, then you get all that's in it. So if you look around, see if anything else is highlighted. We definitely don't want to be moving anything we shouldn't be. Alright, so let's just pretend this one's going to go over there. It may go at the bottom or it may go at the corner, but we're going to put it over there. And I'm not going to go over there. I'm going to just click from here, hopefully. Control B as in boy. Left mouse click, left mouse click. Okay, now I'm going to turn around and see what else I can get. Now this is a big old house. But I'm thinking I don't want a big one for the bottom of that hill. I don't know. I'd have to look at it. I don't know if I want a big one for the top of the hill or what. Let me see. And they don't have the best looking houses. Uh, Let me look over here and see. Okay. Okay. This one's about the right size. Oh, this has got a little gate and everything. I might save that for a bigger spot or the ending of it where we could hook it into a farm property. Or we might get rid of the fence part. I don't know if I want to keep that too. But we could keep most of the rest of the stuff. So let's just bring it over there so we can kind of see what's going on with it. Make our life a little easier. Gotta find where I'm at now. Which way to go. Okay, over here. So I'm gonna bring myself right on over. And we're gonna put this here, and let's see. Just for now to see what it looks like. But I'm not thinking I'm gonna put it here because I'm thinking I want it. Yeah, I think I'm wanting it over there where there's gonna be a field potentially. Let me see. Yeah, I don't want that much taken up. We're gonna put this down where there's gonna actually be a field at some point. I'm thinking my cutoff is gonna be this road. Like I might put a house here that backs up to some sort of field setup, and I'm gonna start putting fields from here on, and then maybe behind all this, I might put houses here because I gotta have some houses. I may put housing here, and then have fields, and then put some housing here, and we could, if we want to, put housing here, but I don't know. We'll see if I decide what I want to put there or what we'll decide here. I still gotta adjust all these roads. Okay, so what I'm thinking, I don't want that particular one there, so we're gonna bring it over here more, because I'm gonna have a place. Let's put it here for now. We're not necessarily gonna do it and leave it there, but roughly speaking, we're gonna have a nice place where we have that's the back side of it. Okay, so I guess this is the front of it. So basically, we're gonna have a area that's nice right here, where there's gonna be a field behind it. We'll either dead end it somehow, or I don't know if I want to dead end it into it, or I think I will dead end it, and then they can turn right into their. But we're not gonna have that fence. It'll be something else. And then this is supposed to have a road. We may make a road. I'm not sure yet. We'll see whether we hook it in or not. I'll have to decide. And this will be all fixed and adjusted. There'll be some trees. So some of this is going to look like forestry stuff behind here. And then, so it's not going to be like blank right there. It'll be trees. And then you'll say, oh, look at all them trees. It's dead end. It's going into the woods. And then you'll see their house. And then behind their house, it's got good land for field stuff. So anyway, let's move back over here. Not get sidetracked too much. Okay, so I like this one. Pretty good. Let's go ahead and click back on the main group. Twist it about so I can figure out where the front is. Is this the front? It's got the garage. Let's go through it and see. Okay, that's definitely the back of the house. And this is the side of the house. Okay, so we got the front here. So where do we want the front? Do we want it on this side, or how do we want it? Bring it down. Bring it back. Okay. So if they came down the roads, they turn into their driveway. and park, get out, walk in. Okay. And we don't have much more we have to go on this side. We could go a little more here. And we don't have a whole lot we have to move on the back either. A little bit, because we don't want them to have a weird... They're going to have a sloped yard, but I just don't want them to have nothing too crazy. Okay, so let's make this come up a little more. Or do we want them to be facing this way? I kind of think I'm liking the other way better. Because it's going to feel weird when you see that. And then I don't really want them to have on an angle. Even though some houses do that, I don't particularly think I want that. Alright, so... And I'm not sure, I may have to adjust this later, on the distance of how far away it is, because I haven't done the road or nothing yet. So some of this may slide forward or backward a little more. But for the most part, we're going to put it on 90. Alrighty. Now let me see what we got here. Okay. Looks good. Distance wise, I think I need to give them a little more room. I don't want them to be too cramped. Let's see what happens when I turn it. Okay, so we are going to go at 90, but I don't know if I did that particular road at 90, but we'll see. Okay. Let's get this and measure it. Yeah, pretty much. Looks right. Okay. Alright, so let's add a little to the back here. Just enough, and then we're going to slope it down. Okay, so we should still be on... Yep, we're on replace. Bring it up. Over just a bit more. Just a bit. Just enough, because we got a slope. And if you don't do it a certain way there, you won't be able to slope it. Okay. And then we're going to slope it to this road. And in the back. And on the side, we're trying to stay a little bit away from it, so the slope does right. Alright, let me look. Okay. So they're on flat ground, and then the backyard just slopes off. Like that. Well, that's a big old... It's up so close to it. I'm thinking I'm going to make it go a little further. I don't like that. I'm going to have to. And it's going to have to stay away from that road a little bit too. So it's going to be where they come up in the yard. If you get what I'm saying. Alright, so now we're going to slope it. I'm trying to get them a good slope of a yard. To where it's like it's going down a hill. Like their yard is just crazy hill stuff. And I'm leaving it on that side not perfect. Because not all the roads by houses are perfect. Let me see. Because I like to keep the road at this downwardness. Okay, that's decent. Alright, so now they got that going on. And then they'll have a fence or whatever they're going to put, trees, bushes, whatever they're going to do. Okay. So let's go ahead and adjust the house to how we figure. Well, first let me make sure I smooth it out enough in case... Oh, it looks like I didn't bring it all the way up there, huh? Alright. We'll make sure the house part gets up that high. I thought I did. Alrighty. Alrighty. If you don't hold it down good, sometimes it does that. And if you hit smooth, then you change it, so just remember to check it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like I say, we're going to be pretty close. There we go. Alright, so that should be good. Now let me lift it up a little to put it where this meets whatever it needs to. Right there. I think that looks okay. Okay. Let me see. I hate to bring it up any higher to try to meet the garbage can, but let me see. There we go. We'll have to move it. Okay. Well, see, that went too high, technically. So I don't want that, so I want to move it down. I'd rather it meet pretty close to flush. That's good. Or even a little bit less. About like that. Alright, we'll just lift these up. Like so. Make them show. Alright, let's just check around. Everything looks okay. You're floating. You want to float? You can float, but I'm going to bring you down. Alrighty. And let's check around. Alright, are you good? You're technically good. You're hanging all under there. You're weird, but... I'm gonna leave it. I don't care. That's the drain anyway. I was thinking it was something else. Okay, so we're good there. Alright, so now we have a house on this corner. And we can fix mailboxes and decorate later. But we'll be able to put in a driveway. We'll be able to drive past this house. Then we're going to have a house facing this way up here at the bottom of the hill. Somewhere about here. Something like this. Behind the store here. Let's go ahead and get a little lower because we got to make it, you know, a certain way. But we're not going to do but one more because I don't want to make the video too long. We're going to grab here. Control R. Oop. Let's undo that. Let's grab the road. Control R and lift it up. Okay, so let's get over here to the back of their yard till it touches. As soon as it touches, stop. I guess we'll touch the road with it just a little bit. Alright, that should be enough here. Alright, come across. Now we're going to slope, 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 slope. Slope that straight over. Straight over. Slope this all straight. Alright, let's see if it's wide enough. I don't know if it's going to be wide enough, but we'll see. If we put a small enough house there, we'll be okay. Alright. Alright, let's see what we got. So, we still got the road going okay. Okay. And that's the bottom, so it's not going to interfere with their yard. There'll be probably trees, some trees up in there. Alright, let's go get another house. Let's maybe try a bigger one this time. Let me see what we got. Maybe this one. Okay, let's get the main group. It's pretty big. Or do we need one with one of these? Kind of like this one. Maybe we should get it. Oh, it's got stuff out back. No, I don't want to get that one. I want to save that one for an area, a better area. Alright, so let's get this one. Let's just test it. We'll see what happens. We can always change it if we don't like it. I was thinking the big one because it's going to be down low, so it's going to have a different feel. So hit Control B, left mouse click, left mouse click. Alright. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Well, obviously they got a mailbox there, so they were saying it was this way. But I don't like that. Is there not a better side? Nope, sure ain't. That is the unfortunate front, which is ugly. I don't know why they would do it like that. Why would they do that? Wow. Okay. Now we can change this mailbox. We don't have to worry about putting it, like they've got it. Okay. Alright, let me look at it from up here. So when you're driving down, there you go. See, it's got a nice big house. Okay. So is that far enough? Let me think. For now, I'm going to say it's probably far enough because, like I say, we could put a driveway on this side if we want it to look like it was, you know. I don't want it too far, so we're going to move the mailbox. We'll bring it in front of the house. Let me see what we got here. I'll move that down in a second when I get the house situated. Now the house looks like it's pretty situated, huh? These are pretty much where they need to be for the most part. Let me see. It never wants to do what you want it to. Alright, nope, not quite. Okay, there we go. And we have all the brick. And all that looks good. If you don't go ahead and check it, you're going to miss something. So, steps look okay. Okay, so it's pretty much there. I don't think it's floating. No. It looked like it right there because that shadow, but it's not. Okay, well we're good there. We're going to move the mailbox. I might put it over here. I don't know. We got their door right there, so we probably should put it here. We'll put it here so that it's like they walk out. Wait a minute, where's their door? Let me see. So if that's their door, we'll put it here, and then they walk out. Maybe be a sidewalk here, and we'll have a sidewalk maybe goes here. And then we'll might scoot this down a little so that we can have a garage on that side. Okay. Let's bring this down for now. We're not worried too much about it right now. We'll worry about perfection later when we get the roads and everything. So let's move this. We gotta have a little bit more room, which I don't want to do too much. Okay, let's hit sculpt mode. Let's Control R. We're gonna bring it over a little more. Gonna go across just a hair. Smooth it off. Smooth it off. And that should give us enough room to get to the back side. And we'll smooth this off. And that off. Let's tap it on that edge a little. Alright. Come on down. That should give us enough room. Yeah. We just gotta smooth it just a little more. Right there. Just a little bit. Get this smooth straight. Right there. Let's hope that's enough room. It looks like enough room to put a driveway, potentially. Let me go on and paint something down just to distinguish it. We'll go ahead and put this on add. We'll go ahead and roll down to here. And we'll just do concrete for now. Or I could do gravel or something. We could do really anything, really. Gravel. I'm gonna do gravel for now. We'll say it's at least this wide. And just for now, we're not finalizing anything. Just enough to say, hey, it's wide enough to get gravel back there. You know what I mean? See? And we're probably gonna end up putting some sort of sidewalk or something. Let's roll up to concrete. Something or another. Now, I may make one, or if we don't, we'll paint one. Whatever we decide. But it's going to be something where they walk around. Something where they walk to the mailbox. Okay. And then they can get to their steps here. Like so, roughly speaking. And there we go. For the most part. So then they can just do their little thing. We'll put plants and whatever. We'll get it all situated. But that's just temporary. That we may adjust all this. Don't worry about all that. And if we have to, we'll lift this up some more. Fix it however we need. Alright, so now we have two houses. I would keep going and adjusting the road and putting more houses. But for now, on this episode, we're going to call it because I don't want to make the video too long, for one. And we'll work on some more later, doing more. And we're going to be adding trees and all later. There's going to be trees spread out all over. Probably a lot of trees over here. I hadn't decided what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to put any houses on this side. We'll see what we do. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and call that an episode here. And let's go ahead and move this out of the way again real quick. If I can click on it. I know I moved it into something, but I'm not worried about that right now. Just didn't want it in my visual right there. I wanted to be able to see what I got going on here. Okay. So let's get these houses in the air out of the way too. Oh, that's the state park. Wow, look at that. I guess we need to move it, huh? Get out of the way. Alright. Is that any better of a view? Okay, not too bad. Trying to get rid of some of the floaters out of the way. Alright, so there we go. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to call that episode here. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.